Hello, welcome back.
Muted my mic.
Silence is golden, bro.
Yeah, bro. I did restart the recording. Don't worry, they don't get that joke.
Oh, okay.
I'm just imagining during all that silence, you just put a text on the screen that says "breathe in," and it doesn't say "breathe out" until you return.
Breathe out. Do not breathe in.
Just a whole 10 seconds of breathing.
Oh, that was longer than 10 seconds, buddy.
That was like a solid
gonna-
30
We're
seconds.
gonna extend it to a minute.
That's the entire episode. Just breathe in. Breathe in while we kill your firstborn for the job.
Sorry, just how it happened.
It's just business, kid.
Now, if you bid higher,
Now, kid, listen to me. If you bid higher, contractually, I'm obligated to kill your mother. And then
why
it's
kill
just
my
business.
mom? Well, she's the one that put a hit on you. She couldn't afford an abortion, but she
that
could
put a
afford a
hit on
hitman.
Just call it a delayed abortion.
Bro, that really is like that fucking Google search. Oh, is it too late to abort this many days old child?
It's like 10 years old.
Mhm.
You know, there are actually people that are vying for that. You should be able to abort up to 18 years.
Honestly, I'm down.
I was gonna say they're not wrong.
Like, I mean, you could get that same effect with like a Browning high power.
Just saying, guys. There's a
Yeah, you
lot
gotta
of
go
ways
the
to-
biblical route. Use a brick.
Cain, no.
Come on, just a little bit of rock to the face. It's fine.
You just go to your 18-year-old child, be like, "Run! Don't turn back, or you'll turn into salt."
I'm
They-
sorry, Abel.
You don't look back, or you'll turn into salt. Next thing you know, they look back and you shoot them in the face. Well, see, you didn't turn to salt, but this is named Pepper.
2 children, one named Cain, one named Abel. Their mother confides in Cain that she never wanted Abel to be born. So Cain takes justice into his own hands and kills his 35-year-old brother.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
Isn't
Hey,
it
April,
Cain who
what's
killed Abel?
what's red and bad for your teeth?
A brick.
Bonk.
I'm gonna say an apple. You know,
I mean, hey, if you've got weak gums, that'll do it.
tune in next time for your fact of the day.
What is red and bad for teeth? He conks with a brick. Good old
Anyway.
Hardcore Henry's reference there.
Yeah, good movie.
Anyway, enough about child murder.
Never enough about that.
Got this episode started off right now.
Yeah.
Take us away.
Nah, you do the intro instead. How about that?
Okay. Welcome back to Quest for the Core. I'm your host, Dr. I Love Lean Boston Brook. With me today is the Imperator.
Hello.
As well as Nox
Mm-hmm.
and Oid.
Well, it's dead.
You don't
Well,
speak
Oid's
much.
dead. Anywho,
No, I don't. I'm
your
currently
turn.
disguised as a mute.
Alright, I did your intro.
All right, and the recap.
I don't know that far back.
It's been like a week.
Bro.
Yeah, I can't even remember
Yeah.
what I had for dinner last
It's all
night.
order.
It was all a blur. After I
Oh
took
my
those
God.
red drugs, it was all a blur. So many children. They all died.
That orphanage never knew what it had coming.
Parents.
Once the parents got to the orphanage, it was all over.
Yep.
What did happen last
Take us
time?
away with that recap. Whole
Was
lot
it,
of
didn't you guys do research on the warehouse and then find out that you need to actually do the warehouse mission because you hired a hacker to do it for you?
Yeah, I had a private eye.
investigator.
A really, really paranoid private eye. And then guys were like, oh, well, we know that Cromwell's been taken to Las Vegas, so let's do a road trip. And then Dapper
Road
called and was like, I heard you guys doing a road trip, and
Yes.
he offered you guys a job.
And then I spent too much money on a van.
Yeah, and like the whole hour of the session was just not spending like 70 grand.
What can I
Gratuitous
say?
amounts of money.
Hey, look, it's all for my boy Oid, alright? I gotta make sure he's safe.
Yeah, also, the group finally got around to making the new head for Oid's Cyber Ninja body, so he's not quite going to die immediately every mission, hopefully. And if
Not
push comes
quite.
to shove, he's got a
Let's
backup
take 2
corpse.
hits instead of 1.
I'm
Yeah,
just thinking of that. He goes in with this new tankier body, and then it just so happens there was a rail gun right behind that door.
it just so happens that the guys you're fighting have rocket launchers, and they direct impact always.
It's a good thing I got flares then.
Yeah, so the group spent like $1 bajillion. Oid spent some money between sessions. Kyra spent a bunch of money between sessions. Nox spent more money between sessions, and Bonus didn't spend anything.
Did he really? He really didn't.
Yeah, he didn't spend anything.
any money.
Yeah,
Like, he
didn't
didn't
spend a
buy
cent.
anything on his hover car? He's
Nope.
just gonna stick his arm out the window?
I mean, yeah, I figured, like,
mean,
well,
he
what
could at
works on a
least
hover
get-
car, and then would be cringe. So
Flares? Flares?
He does need
That's stupid.
flares, though. He is
his
a
hover
flying
car
vehicle.
can go faster than the speed of sound.
Bro, but what if we just fight nomads that just so happen to have hyper rockets?
And
If we fight
heat-seeking.
nomads and they have heat-seeking rockets, then you guys probably screwed before Bonus. Is gonna be
Oh, I thought-
honest.
No,
I thought
bonus
you were
is
gonna
before
say.
I am.
No, I thought you were gonna
I've got
say
flares.
if you're fighting nomads with heat-seeking rockets, those are not nomads.
Those are not nomads, yeah.
Those are probably like Native
Those are the
American
KPD.
Confederacy soldiers, and they do have heat-seeking rockets. But if you to take them off, then you should probably just like run, like hide. They've been training guerrilla fighters out in the middle of nowhere, specifically to use javelin rocket launchers for the past 80 years in setting. They can reload
deploy
them
my
as a free
flares.
action. It's amazing.
I deploy my flares. The rocket instead locks directly onto bonuses.
A flare lands in Oid's lap. The rocket owns it on that specific flare. Kills Oid instantly. The truck is unharmed.
Blows up his huevos.
I mean, the thing is that the truck has an active camouflage thing as
Does
well.
it? Does it really?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
bought that.
remember we bought it. You spent 10, Oid spent 10, and I spent 5.
Yeah, so the big truck, the 18-wheeler truck, the Cyber Smooth model, the Dream one, that one has the invisibility paint on it.
Which I should mention, I am wondering, how are we gonna do our convoy thing? Because I imagine, if first the nomads will see a nice souped-up car, a hovering car, and a very thick van, but just so happen to be spaced wide enough to have a truck between them, but there's no truck there. I have no idea if their minds are gonna.
Well,
click and be
presumably
like,
you wouldn't have
"This is a cool truck."
the 18-wheeler invisible 24/7 while you guys are just driving around, because that's definitely illegal. You
Really?
cannot. That's massive
about,
road
bro?
hazard.
That is because imagine someone on the hyper highway, the super highway, like trying to go in front of the van and they hit my truck and they go flying. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, like
You didn't
that's,
see me
God
here? Come
forbid
on.
someone tries to cut one of you off and slams into the back of the Cybertruck, and now everybody's dead.
everyone that slammed into the Cybertruck is dead. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
if they fishtail you, then you're going over, and then whatever's in the back of that container is
yeah, then I'm
also gone.
screwed. Oh yeah, we're all dead. The whole world will implode on itself.
Yeah. Therefore, will
I'm gonna make
orbital
it.
strike you.
Honestly, I'm gonna make it rumor canon. We are carrying a nuke.
I mean, that was one of the that was number one on my list of potential potential cargo.
Well, he did tell us to not open it, whatever we do. So
Yeah, I just said don't
Bro.
open it and don't touch it.
I'm just imagining we have the demon sphere. It's just held up by the same
Oh my God.
screwdriver, and the
It's
flash of
One
blue.
wrong bump and all of a sudden the chuck melts.
The flash of blue happens. They're all like, ah, fuck.
It's like, hey Oid, how you doing back there? I look through my rear view. It's just a, hey Oid, how you doing?
Like the red eyes woke meme, but it's just the demon core blowing
Blue.
up.
It's just blue.
Bro, it's that one image of the blacked out silhouette with the glowing all around it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean this image? Hold on, I got you. I got you. I gotta find it real quick. You know what? Hold on. But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, but yeah, we don't know what the cargo is. Don't quite care what the cargo is. We getting paid. We're moving stuff. So there's that. And I'm pretty sure everyone's prepped. We all have our cons. Wait, are you gonna get a con for your robot body? Or you're just gonna leave it as like me and Kara were talking about, just being a
No,
drone,
it's gonna be a drone.
Okay.
Officially.
officially a drone. All right, understandable, understandable. What else? Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything. And plus, oh, uh,
Well, we do have one spare day.
I was gonna say any super cities you feel like hitting up, because what I'm thinking is that we have to worry about what super cities we go into, because I imagine not all of them are gonna be like, well, okay, we won't check your cargo. So yeah,
There we go.
I guess when we get there, we get there, you know.
Yeah. I don't think too many super cities are gonna question what we've got.
Maybe.
Oh, check meme
Maybe.
dump. There we go.
Yes. Hold on, but moment.
Look like the Terminator, bro. Come with me if you want to live.
I'm gonna make that a reaction image now.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yes.
That one? Was it that one?
Mm-hmm.
God, that one's so good. It's just Oid sitting in the Oh god, the demon core becomes unstable and rolls out the back of the truck.
Oops.
Oops! Oid, catch that.
Bro, we replace his old alien heart with that?
The demon core!
Christ.
Or we infuse the two together?
Honestly, I would be mad if we did that. Just have a third body. It's just like a shitty toaster pot, but then it opens up and it's got the demon core inside.
We did it,
I can
boys.
see it. I can see it.
We managed to make material strong enough to withhold the demon core. Oid, yoink!
Yoink.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to do before meeting Dapper to begin the journey?
Um. Uh, I'll let others go first because I've got an idea in mind.
I guess the only last thing I care to do is just buy ammo.
Probably. a
How
good
much
idea.
ammo?
Bro, how much does 100 cost again?
Like
Because that's like the normal, right? It's like
I
1,000
think it's
for
like
100.
1,000 or something.
All
I'm
right.
going to. No, yeah, you got it.
So like 3,000 collars worth.
I didn't need that much ammo.
300 rounds of ammunition? How many
Oh wait,
bullets do you
no,
think he was
we've
gonna go
gotta.
through?
It's a new day. We've got to check our stocks.
The only reason why I said 1,000 is because, well, now I have the HMG, right? And now the AK, because, I want to bring him along. And I
Oh,
go,
I'm
well,
not
You're just gonna bring like an arsenal's worth of primary weapons in the back of the
no,
vandalism van?
what are you talking about? It's going to be front row, right with me.
Yeah,
So
cop
wait,
pulls you over in the 18-wheeler, and you just see the next to you is like 3 rifles stacked on top of each
rifles
other.
and HMG.
Why are you
Yeah.
carrying so much, ma'am? Look, I was paid to protect the truck.
I was gonna say you could give Oid the HMG and just have like 3 machine guns in
Now
the
I'm
van.
just imagining Ankh in the back with his his tri-barrel rotary. Then you have Oid. No,
Well,
not.
no. Ankh has a 50 BMG.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was tri-barrel though.
Huh? No,
That was.
No.
Oh,
no. It's a single, like a mod deuce, essentially.
okay. And then you have. Wait, actually, I have a better question. Does Oid's new body have enough strength to one-hand an HMG?
That's an arm upgrade you can get, but I mean, you can get one if you want, yeah.
Oh, arm concealed HMG
Well, there
rotary.
is that, but
Concealed,
also
just
I
able to
forget what I
one
called it,
hand.
but there is an
Because I
module
saw it
up to
before.
one
It's
hand.
one hand.
Yeah, one hand,
two-handed.
two-handed weapons. I'm tempted to get it for
I
bonus,
think-
just so we can one hand 2 like M4s, just
God.
swipe fire, spray people down.
But I was thinking about that. Well, Oid, let me ask: do you want an AK or an HMG?
He got a
either.
new SMG.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did?
I'm bringing my silence gun. I'm gonna bring my dart gun. I'm gonna bring the new SMG, and I don't think I'm gonna bring anything else.
What about the new sword?
Oh, the new sword too, I guess.
Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, anyone want an HMG?
I think it could go in the van just in case.
Yeah.
Right next to Ankh, who also has
Right next
a
to
bigger
Ankh.
HMG.
Bro, Ankh,
Ankh picks up the HMG.
you can just imagine you edit Ankh's paws to then become
The
that of a
hand.
human's, and then he
Bro, you
goes,
just
"Say
turn
hello to my
Ankh into
little
like a
friend."
bipedal werewolf man with like a machine gun in his back.
Turn Ankh into a furry.
Yes.
That's cursed.
An anthropomorphic metallic fairy.
I'm
But
going to
sure.
bring. Let's see here. Where's my guns? There's my guns. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my sword. I'm gonna bring obviously my hands of Anubis. I'm gonna bring both revolvers, and then I'm going to bring what gun is this? The RA-72R. I don't feel like that gun gets enough love.
I feel that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna bring my my whole arsenal. The HMG, not the dream rifle, of course. The HMG, AK, deagle, katana, and knife. But I will, in fact, put the HMG in the passenger glove compartment of the van.
How big do you think
The
that
glove
glove
compartment,
compartment
my guy?
is? The
Custom made.
HMG in the
Custom-
glove compartment.
Look, man.
What is it? A bag of holding in there?
Glove compartment of holding.
Hey, look, alright. It was either the glove compartment or on the passenger seat. And French fries goes on the passenger seat.
You could just put it in the back.
Yeah, but
Just
it's
put it
supposed to be
right behind
quick
the driver's
access.
or the passenger seat. Just
Quick
put it right
access for
behind
Oid,
it. Just put it right
You,
behind the
you just
passenger
shove it
seat.
in like the center console.
This is also true.
Take out the radio and just shove the HMG in that empty space.
You don't need to listen to tunes.
Who needs music?
Yeah, who needs it, honestly?
But yeah, I'll put the HMG in the van. I'll carry my AK and Deagle with me. And Katana.
Right, actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna let Bonus buy one upgrade for his car.
It's just a speed upgrade, not even a weapon.
Speed. No, his car does not need a speed upgrade. I think it's too fast for his boomer brain to even process properly.
Bro,
Anyway.
his one upgrade is to process the speed of sound.
I'm gonna have
You
him
put
buy-
steer in his fucking hover
Bro.
vehicle.
You can let Bonus buy a bunch of drugs. That's what he spent all of his money on. Combat stims so that he can drive his hover car stupidly fast and like Tokyo Drift a hover car at Mach 1.
It works. It
Right.
works.
The upgrade
God.
I want him to buy for his hover car is all the way at the bottom of the list. It is called the Smuggler's
Neutralite
Compartment.
reactor.
He already has a neutralite
Smuggler's
reactor.
Has a
Smuggler's
neutralite
compartment?
reactor?
Yeah. His hover car comes standard with a neutralite reactor. That's why it
Yeah,
was 70
bro.
grand.
He takes one bullet, he's dead.
No, it's only
That's
if
why
the car
his,
gets destroyed that it risks exploding.
He's dead, and all of us along with him.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Dream truck is quite to company standard. It can
No, I'm
survive
saying-
one neutralite reactor.
Yes. That hover car goes up, we're all dead. Also, Stockman. What about our stocks?
Hasn't been
It's
long
been
enough.
long enough for us to even do the stock.
Well, I was gonna say it before we leave Ryanstown.
Eh.
Hasn't been long enough.
We gotta wait a bit. We gotta wait.
Damn,
Yep.
damn.
We could probably
here I
do it
was.
at like the next truck stop.
Here I was thinking that stocks were secluded to Ryanstown.
No,
No.
we were.
Well, technically Ryanstown would have its own market, no?
Well, yeah. Each of the different super cities has their own market.
I mean, you can just go to a different super city at a different day and check on your Ryanstown.
But also,
Yeah.
your
Oh,
stocks
yeah.
are linked to Ryanstown anyway, so.
This is true. One thing Kyra will do the day before we leave is
Visit.
what?
Great
Visit your
frog.
girlfriend.
Well, no, he was gonna take her out to dinner, but yeah, along those lines, yeah.
Oh, bro, double date? I'll take her sister out to dinner too.
What? No.
Bonus will
What?
bring
Why
his
not?
deals out for dinner.
It'll be worth it.
No.
Fine,
Kyra
I'll
wants you to go.
I will take Faith. In fact, to
Not
the
in
diner.
Xanthorpe? Wow.
I'll take both of
Not
them. In
Xanthorpe?
fact, I'll
Jeez.
take both
Bro.
to dinner across the street from where Kyra's going.
You can make eye contact through the windows.
Hell yeah.
And Bonus is gonna sit in his hover car in the middle of the street between you two, and play a Chaos Whisper on a massive boombox system.
Bro, the drones were about to go up and like be like, "Sir, what are you doing?" And then they turn into stereos, also boosting the range of Careless Whisper.
But it just plays like a recording of that Bonus made on like a kazoo, so it's really bad.
The best wingman.
Look, man,
There
Bonus
is
got
no
married
other.
a long time ago, so he has some kind of game. All right, he knows what the
Surely
ladies
what
like.
works. Surely what works now, or works then, works now.
Yeah, surely what worked 30 years ago also works now.
Surely.
Am I right, my fellow ladies?
You see a bunch of comments. Yes.
Slay Queen. Anyway, all right. So yes, Bonus is gonna get a smuggler's compartment put in his car because all of his primary weapons, minus the M4, are illegal.
Bro, are you telling me he didn't? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Who would want to register an auto-firing shotgun?
With semi-automatic revolving shotgun that he stole from somebody's corpse a very long time ago. That he hasn't. He's only used it only like twice since then, but it's been scarily effective every time, so he hasn't bothered upgrading it. That's been stolen. His cool gel pistol that he never uses is also neat. Is stolen, and his actually,
What?
he did buy an NW 1911, so that's legal. Was that purchased?
This is true.
I think he brought that.
Yes.
Yeah, so he did buy that. He upgraded that too. So that's legal. And his deagles are legal, and his sword is legal, and his arm weapons are legal, and his M4 is legal. So only the gel pistol and the shotgun are being, and all of course, it's like all of his ammo is being shoved into his smuggler's compartment, along with anything you guys want to keep in there, because it's like a 4x4x2 space, so it can hold a decent amount.
I mean, no, I might have some stuff. Maybe. Probably. Actually, nah.
All right.
I can keep the SPM or in like a box or something. And the sword is all already in the overt sheath.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, in that case, the day comes. Bonus and all the rest of you head over to this like parking garage that Dapper told you to meet him at. Pick up the 18-wheeler, and you guys pull in, and you see the Dapper is like pacing around, and he's twirling this like key ring around one of his fingers, and he's humming like "God Save the Queen" or something. he's British. And you all pull up at the same time.
All right, we're here.
Like, greetings, everyone.
All right,
Just in
what do
time.
you got for us?
And like, well, the truck's here. Don't worry. You know, it's present. And he's like, who'll be driving the big beastie?
Anyways, Knox will raise her hand and be like, "That'd be me."
And then Dapper will toss the keys over to you, and looks at all of you, and he's like, all right, good luck, and have fun finding the truck. And then he winks, and then he walks away.
I'll wave him down before he leaves. Be like, hey, hold on a second. Now, if we get stopped
Mm-hmm.
and they try to search through the truck,
Mm-hmm.
what do we do?
Kill them.
Run. Oh,
So, you're suggesting that if Kodian Enterprises states they want to search this truck, and they begin to try to search the truck, that we murder them?
Oh, you could run away, but just what I would do. But you could also try to bribe them, or distract them somehow, or I don't know, do something. But if anybody opens that container, my employer will not be very pleased. Now, it is technically true that if nobody finds out that somebody looked into it, then maybe there couldn't be any harm done. But you would need to secure some kind of insurance that whoever looks inside the vehicle won't blab about what they find. Because my employer has requested the utmost discrepancy to avoid anything untoward happening.
All right. I'm going to turn to Dapper, and I'm going to be like, okay. I need a favor. And this is going to be that we receive a typed out document of some kind stating that the truck for like the purpose of the preserving the cargo is to remain sealed.
I can provide that, but as I'm sure you're aware, if the KPD has any reason to suspect something nefarious, they'll search it regardless.
Oh, this is true.
maybe we just don't need to act suspicious and we're fine.
This is also true.
Yeah, of course, all the paperwork is perfectly legal. Unless the KPD has decided to stalk my shield companies all of a sudden, then there shouldn't be anything suspicious they might notice.
Fair enough.
Pretty sure if we just keep on riding we're here on X mission, we've been stated to do X job, and no, we don't know what's inside the container, we're fine.
Yes,
So
and if
what-
worst comes to worst, just give me a call and put me on the phone with them, and I'll pull out my corporate speech and confuse them.
What's the shell corporation that we're doing this for again?
And he gives you like some really generic sounding name.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All
He,
right.
he pulls out like a this big, like, not like a wallet. I guess not like a Rolodex, but like a bunch
God.
of but like a sci-fi Rolodex, and it's full of different business cards. And he just plucks one of them at random and is like, "This one looks good," and hands it to you.
Fair enough. All right. Let's load up.
I look at the key fob
Yeah.
and I click the or what symbols are on the key fob, because I'm wondering how the cloaking device works.
Well, the cloaking device.
I don't know if it's on the key fob or inside, like on a console.
There would be a button on the inside, but you could also do it remotely with like an app.
See, the entire truck cloaks, but you don't.
Floating.
Like a Wonder Woman invisible jet gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing there,
Well,
man?
maybe
It's
maybe
like,
that would happen if there wasn't a capsule cockpit and you could see inside the cab. But
oh
you
yeah,
can't,
the
so,
window and all that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, ma'am? It's like, I don't ask you what you do on your free time now, do I? That's what I thought.
Do
What's
not
it
pay
look like?
attention to the man
Well,
behind
it looks
the
like I'm
glass.
levitating, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Then that's what I'm doing.
Leave me alone. Mind your own business, lady. All right. Jeez,
Are you levitating right now? Didn't think so.
God,
you're harshing
the
my vibe right now.
audacity. The audacity of some people. Clearly, you are not a Buddhist.
And then
Don't you
like
know
the
all
18-wheeler
Buddhists
just
drive this
starts and you
way?
drive away and just boom. She's like, ugh.
See, my mind's eye has created an 18-wheeler that you cannot see. Get on my fucking spiritual level, bitch.
Your feng shui is poorly balanced, and then you just drive away.
But yeah, alright. I'd probably ask Dapper for the coach for the app, because I imagine, you know, there's a special thing.
Yeah, he would just like send you an AR message, like gives you like the information.
I link said thing. I press the locking to see if any lights appear anywhere.
All right, so yeah, you hit the doot, and it's like super loud, truck horn blasts, and like the lights flash, and it blinds you guys because it was right in front of you. You had no idea that it was there.
Not even my mask can withstand the blinding lights of Dream.
Well, technically, it wouldn't blind me because
No,
the
it doesn't
light
matter.
direction.
You're all blind.
No, it's a dream.
It's actually a laser beam.
It shined right into your eyes.
Yeah, you're all permanently blind, even Oid somehow.
Alright.
Let's
I'd be
get
like,
to
oh.
it.
And then I'd spend. Actually, no, we already know how to use one of these. Never mind. It'd be like I spend a bit trying to find the handle, but we've already worked with one of these, so good.
Yeah, you guys drove the same kind of truck for Dapper before. Different truck, but same model.
Yeah, alright. Then I will get in the capsule, feel up the or not feel up. Like, you know when you get in a new car and you rub the steering wheel a bit, you're like, ah. Yeah, I'd do
Yeah.
that. Be like, this is nice. I can legally drive this now.
Yep, and then Dapper, he just like walks away. He leaves.
Into the night, even though it's morning.
Yeah. Well, it's like 10 a.m. or something.
Somewhere. And be
Yeah.
like, all right, and I'd go over comms and I say, everyone's like, all right, well, hope we're all ready. Hope we all got our favorite snacks for the road trip.
Yeah, sure, I'm down.
Down for what?
Snacks?
I was saying if you packed your snacks.
Oh, I thought you were saying let's get some.
I mean, we could
I
get some.
pull out a packaged bag of like Planters branch nuts.
Dr. Martine approved.
Yeah.
Don't know who Dr. Martine Latrobe is, but he sounds like a pretty rad guy.
Okay, he knows his schnutz.
Guy who knows his schnutz if he approves them.
But yeah, Sure, we can go to the local gas station and pick up some snacks, or the local non-copyright Wawa or something.
I didn't mean to come up with a name for a convenience store, but I do have fast food joint equivalent, like a Burger King or a Wendy's equivalent.
That'll probably do.
And that is, of
Sure.
course, the company Patty Burger.
Patty burger.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
They make
No
fast
relation
food.
to Patty.
Yeah, you remember from the, yeah.
Yeah, I quite do. All right, well, sure, we can hit up a patty burger. I wouldn't mind getting some nuggets.
Yeah, Carol will do the same.
Sure.
I'll
God,
say,
now
I'll
I'm
say
just
that
imagining.
Dapper will cover the cost of your snacks, at least for the
Oh!
first bit of the trip, because he's a cool guy like that.
Ooh, let's
He's a
go.
cool guy.
Let's go. All right, we
Oh,
got
that's
the
just how you
snack.
find repeat customers.
Mm-hmm.
Now we
I'm
got
just
the
imagining a patty burger, seeing this convoy of cars roll in.
Yeah.
Be like, what do you want? It's like, oh, just some nuggets and fries, my good man.
give me 65 nuggets and 34 fries.
We're on a
Yeah.
time limit here, boy.
Make it snappy. Shorts BUC's working there.
Okay, so you guys
Buddy.
roll up to the Patty Burger. You get your food using Dapper's corporate credit card that he gave you. And
Do they have car hops?
probably have a drive-through.
I thought this was like a car hop kind of place.
No, it's a different company. They probably would have to have like a car hop for like the hover vehicles though, because you know, like they have like drones like that bring bonuses like tray of food.
Yeah.
And then bonus shoots the drone out of the sky on principle. Blam. No. But yeah. So you guys get your snacks, load up on your food, or I guess it's battery packs, and you make your way out of the city of Ryanstown for the second time. Actually, no, for the first time on foot, because even the MDRR, you guys took planes and helicopters everywhere. Yeah. So for the first time, you guys take the drive out of the city. And it takes like an hour or two to just get out of Ryanstown, because one, Ryanstown is huge, and two, Ryanstown is like just the worst. Traffic is truly hellish. Like I'm talking, there's like 6-lane highways running through the whole city, and there's like 12 layers of like junction bridges all overlapping one another because of how ludicrous the road system is. And eventually you guys get on the Hyperway, and that takes you like that's pretty much a straight shot in your guys' case, north to south. Because I assume you guys are heading towards Atlanta.
Yes.
Such as the pretty much dead south trajectory. So you get on the Hyperway, going south, and you guys blast along. And the Hyperway, of course, like the Autobahn, there's no speed limit, but since the big truck can only go like 80 miles per hour before it gets sketchy, you guys can't. The rest of you can't really use your vehicle's max speeds, except for Oid, who's in the vandalism van and can go like 100 max.
Well, I mean, at least my car's getting to like stretch its legs.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
This is true. You do have to go those 50s sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And there is no like border crossing to leave the city, because nobody cares if you leave, but there is a border
You
crossing for
enter.
re-entering. So it's kind of like that. Those like all those pictures you see of like the Mexican border, where like the way to get into Mexico is like dead empty, but when to come back to the U.S., it's like a mile-long traffic jam. Same thing. Getting into Ryanstown's harder than getting out. And you guys blast through this huge, I'm talking like 5-story tall gate. It's like this big hole cut into the wall that the Hyperway runs straight through. And as soon as you leave Ryanstown, it's pretty much like Blade Runner 2049, where like outside the city is like a wasteland hellhole, because the city as big as Ryanstown just kind of dumps all the toxic waste like on the outskirts of the wall, so that like people don't have to look at it, but it's still close enough to be economical. So you pass like the landfills and the toxic waste dumping sites and all that stuff in this massive highway. And your cars would like alert you like, do not stop on the highway. The air is dangerous to breathe here. It will literally give you insta cancer if you open your window. No, not quite that bad, but it's pretty bad, and it smells like a sewer, pretty much. Not that you guys could tell because you're all in
We got the damn
cars.
rebreathers.
Yeah, you're all in cars. You all got masks on. You're all fine. Well, you can't breathe, so there's that. And yeah, you guys, speed out of Ryanstown, leaving this huge, towering, megalithic structure behind you. Let's see, where am I? Here we go. Where am I going? Here we go.
Good there.
All right.
Get out of the tower.
Yes, you guys speed out. I'm gonna pull up my different dice roller because I have to roll I have to roll a weird numbered dice because my random encounter table isn't a good dice number. I think it's like 29 or something like that. Like it's really specific, really specific digit. Let's see. Here we go. Road trip random encounters. What is the maximum number on this list? 28. I was wrong. Roll 1d28. All right. Let's see, what did I get? A 16. Oh. Don't want to do this one. Yeah, you know what? This works. I'm gonna do it. I have to roll 1d3 now.
Oh dear.
A lot of the reason that like I only have 28 entries in this list is because one, I have 3 separate lists depending on what part of the country you're in, and also because each but most of the like main numbers have like 4 or 5 subsections that I could roll.
Oh.
So I rolled a 3, which means okay. So as you guys are speeding through the sort of wastelandy section of what would be like Maryland, basically, was around when Ryanstown begins to end. Leave through the wall and everything, go through the wasteland, and you see over on one side of the road, sort of tucked in what I can only describe as like a massive industrial grade like junkyard or scrapyard, is a bunch of like pickup trucks, armored cars, like souped up sedans, all these different like cludged together tribals vehicles, nomad vehicles, and they're all circled up. And then in the middle of the circle is a bunch of like RVs and camper vans and hippie vans and stuff like that. As a tribe, a nomad tribe, has decided to set up a camp in the middle of this horrible place.
I'd probably be the first one to see it, right?
I mean, if you're in the front of the pack, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm the lead vehicle.
So then yeah.
I'll send word down the line over vocals. Hey, everyone, let's keep speed up. Passing a group of, would I know their tribals?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I imagine. Yeah.
Passing some tribals, so let's try to be cautious. Keep your head on a swivel. We don't need them coming after us.
Alright, bonus,
Probably just
bombs their
activate.
settlement.
Oh! Good call. Good call.
Good call. Preemptive strike.
Yeah, exactly.
Gives him no chance.
Retaliate
I'd probably
now,
just
buddy.
activate the cloaking, then.
I would say hold off, because we might want to save that until they engage us, if they engage us.
Like,
Because we can definitely peel off before they get their vehicles started, because it looks like they're just encamped.
Yeah, they're not, and it's like all tribals are bad and will attack you on sight. Most of them are chill. It's just that
I mean,
some of them
We're
are.
we can
not.
also.
You guys
I mean,
aren't
like,
chill. They're suitably
was-
paranoid, but
I was gonna say, we could pull over and see if we can get someone to guide us through this area.
I mean, the Hyperway is a straight shot.
Yeah, it's just a hyperway.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
I
like
mean, more people.
escort
we can't
you?
afford more people.
an escort, yeah.
I mean, you could
don't
ask them to do
negotiate
that,
with
but that would
terrorists,
cost
bro.
something. And I should note the tribals don't normally accept collars as payment because obviously they don't use money in that way. They're not part of the corporate system.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should just keep on going. If
keep
they
her
bother
going.
us, they bother us. If they don't, they don't.
If they bother us, we exterminate them with extreme prejudice.
Exactly. All right.
All right.
All
Yeah, they
right.
don't. You guys pass by the scrap heap where they're circled up, and you guys can hear their like, gypsy style like jingling and drumming and dancing and campfire, bonfire stuff, partying. But they don't care. They don't.
For like a split second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. Yeah. They
I
don't
think they'd be
even.
fast enough to catch us anyway.
Yeah, they didn't even notice you guys are present. They're minding their own business, like 100 yards or so off the side of the road, doing their own thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's when it's best. Is when everybody's minding their own fucking business.
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite encounters. Very good. Good. Oh no.
A
I'm
wholesome
wrong.
start
Well,
to an otherwise brutal journey.
actually, I was mistaken.
it's
I rolled a
gonna be
different
brutal,
encounter.
alright.
This is also a pretty funny one. Okay. I need Cairo to make me an agility check and then a maneuverability check for your vehicle.
Okay, that's 2d10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One moment. There we go. One's a 9, one's a 7. I'll say the maneuverability was the 9. My, agility check was the 7? You said?
Sure. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so you succeed both rolls. So as you guys are driving along the hyperway, you guys are pretty much the only ones for 100 yards in front of you, 100 yards behind you. Like this part of the hyperway is not very busy. And as you guys are driving around, you get past, after another hour or so, you get past the wasteland section, and you're driving through what used to be the Carolinas at this point. And you're trucking along literally in some cases. And all of a sudden, this deer leaps across the road right in front of your car. And Cairo, you have to yank the steering wheel and swerve into an adjacent lane to avoid hitting this deer as it attempts to cross 12 lanes of traffic.
These deer are
I like-
wild.
I regain stability hands at what is it, 1 and 9?
Something like that.
Or hands at what's it? What are the
The
numbers?
proper position is 10 and 2.
Not 10 and 2, but one above that.
11 and 1?
11-1, on the top, holding steady, death grip on the steering wheel. As he just kind of takes a quick sigh of relief.
Understandable. Yeah, that could have wrecked your vehicle, by the way.
I can
God.
imagine, because we're going with no speed limit, and you
Mhm.
have a deer hitting you. By the way, I should mention,
I'm going the
not
fastest.
that I know if any viewers or any of you guys know, you are more likely to survive hitting a bear than a deer.
Yeah, deer
Really?
Yes,
yeah,
because remember, deer are hard, bears are
are fluffy.
soft.
Oh yeah, that's true. I should have known that one.
I also know this because my brother's fiance, I believe, actually recently hit a bear.
And it caused less damage than a deer.
I think it barely caused any damage.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
a deer will
hilarious.
literally total your car.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
will die from a deer crash.
Yeah.
Plus, if it's a male deer, then it's got antlers. So.
Oh yeah, you're
Mhm.
screwed. Might as well be in Final Destination.
Yeah, so
There was a last
you
mistake.
swiftly avoid being pasted by the deer. Really, the threat of hitting a deer is the deer would hit your grill, and then that would shove the engine block into your face, which happened to a guy. So, you know.
On the news some time ago.
Well, when I had my accident a few months ago, when I got my car back, the mechanic was like, "Oh, I got to work on a truck, pickup truck that I hit a deer, and the engine block went up at the passenger seat." And I'm like, Jesus.
A truck?
Yeah,
Jesus.
a pickup truck. Engine block got put in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. So yeah, that can
Bro.
happen, bro. Deer are dangerous. Don't go ahead.
Do we have a
Deer-
time frame right now on what time of day it is?
At this point, it would be like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
that deer's
dude.
absolutely got rabies.
Bro, yeah,
That's
well, I
a
mean, he's trying to
thing.
cross 12 lanes of traffic. I think that's,
During the day,
Yeah.
though, they usually do that at night, bro.
yeah. That deer has got mad deer syndrome.
Ravenous deer disease. It goes for the blood of humans.
You could see other deer on the other side, and if you were to able to speak deer, they're like, "Oh,
We
Close
thought other people would be the biggest threat to us on this road trip. No,
Nope, deer.
deer.
Yeah. Actually, you say that, but I also have a bison encounter. So
Oh no!
really, the animal options are numerous on this road
deer."
trip.
Question
Bison are
four.
even more muscle.
Yeah, they probably just crush your car rather than like
Yeah,
wash
they
through your
wouldn't put
windshield.
an
Well,
engine
that's the
block through
question.
it.
They do kind of
That's
squish.
the question. Are they charging, or are they
I
just
mean,
standing?
Will they
you're
be
going
crossing?
like a bajillion miles per hour. You're going
At that
straight
point, it
while they're
doesn't matter.
going left. Alright?
Don't
So-
tear bone anything. How about that? Doesn't matter if deer, buffalo, bear, truck, avoid.
Coyote, coyote turns to red paste.
Yeah. MDR car reduced to atoms by a single deer. Then
A
like as
single
Kyra is
coyote.
bleeding out, his dying moment as his vision gives out, he sees the deer polymorph back into Flavius, and he flies away.
Fucking Flavius, you son of a bitch!
I can't believe you.
It was right from the start.
I'm never
Yeah,
gonna have
right,
venison after this, you bitch.
God. But yes, that's encounter number 2 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Rabid deer attempts homicide.
God, these animals have
Suicide
a
by
death
car.
wish.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is actually a very good one because I rolled number 26, which means you come upon a way station, and way stations are kind of like a mix between a village and a truck stop.
Ooh.
They're I mean, I have like the full
truck stop?
definition for them. Yeah, they're really cool, and they're dotted across the Hyperway. I have the wiki page up. I can read you some of it. So basically, they're semi-sufficient roadside communities/franchised KE subsidiaries that have been constructed every few hundred miles along the Hyperway. They come in many shapes and sizes, but most are town-sized areas where the entire economy is built on catering to tourists and truckers. These areas are fairly independent from the megacorporations that are often left to fend for themselves when it comes to defense. They're owned officially by KE and are franchised out to whoever can afford to buy one. So yeah, so these are just big, like, super-sized truck station, like a Home Depot-sized truck station or a Costco-sized truck station. But then, like, behind it is, like, apartment buildings, like, strip malls. Some of them have theme parks attached to them and stuff like
Really
that.
is
Like,
just
they're,
a
it's like a
mini
town.
village.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And because they're so
Does this
big,
one-
I have
Does
a
this one have a
separate
theme to it?
encounter. I have a different encounter table specifically for way stations.
Well, here's the question: are we pulling in?
Yeah, you guys don't have to pull in, but you could. It's a way
Do you
station.
guys wanna? I'm down.
I don't know if any of us need gas.
The bonus is in it is an
Uh,
electric vehicle. The truck is also electric. So, well,
What about
The van and my car are the only two gas guzzlers.
yeah. But the electric truck probably wouldn't have a super big. Well, maybe it would be because it's a truck. Yeah.
It would be suited for long hauling, so
Yeah,
it would
'cause
have
it's supposed
better
to be
battery.
a truck. So yeah, so I
I'll
guess
be
probably
like
the
the
MDR
second
car
or
would be the one with
third
the
one.
lowest efficiency because it's meant for racing, not meant for like cross country trips.
This is true. Well, technically, the MDRR. Well, I mean, I
Well,
guess
that
it
was
would
kind of
take.
cross
It
country,
would
but
take.
you could get
It
pit
would
stops.
take race fuel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the E88,
yeah,
the supercharged fuel. Because if I put anything else in it, my engine will explode.
yeah. So you guys can stop at the way station if you want, or you can keep going. Keep in mind, because of random encounters, you might never see one again.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that's why I'm like, why
I
not?
did. There
Like,
are multiple
yeah.
attempts to find one. I have it put it multiple times in the table just to, increase the odds. But
might as well.
Alright.
Why
Yeah,
not?
we'll stop and then I can fill up a canister on my
We'll
gas.
just be on high alert all the time, but
This is
might as
true.
well.
yeah,
Like
so
the only thing I gotta do is top off my
Yeah.
baby, and then
Wait, is gas in the all expenses? That's just up to you
yes.
right now.
I
Okay.
would say yes.
So company
Oh,
card
sick.
use for gas.
Yeah. Because I was
Alright.
gonna say,
We
well,
got
it's
a key
optional.
card.
Like, I guess if you guys wanted to faff about in like a super city for a week on the way, then you wouldn't cover that. But as long as you're on the way, then Dapper will cover the
Yeah.
cost.
I feel like
What a nice
we could
guy.
do it like this, so we don't, spend all of his his spy company card money, right?
Yeah.
Is we only get gas if it's from location to location, but anything we spend while moving within super cities, because we don't need to go
It's
through
on
super
us.
cities,
Yeah, it'll be on you
is on
guys.
us.
Yeah.
Yes, so
That's
the
fair.
way we could calculate that is by before we leave a super city, unless we're getting hunted, um,
Get
for
gas.
whatever reason, we get gas.
Yeah.
So this
Alright, cool.
particular way station, okay, yeah. So this way station has, God, I don't know if you guys have ever been on like a road trip to know what
I
these
have.
look like. You know those like intersections on highways where there's just gas stations
there's just a
and
bunch
convenience
of-
stores just as far as the eye can see. That's where you
Yeah,
guys
there's
are. This way
truck
station is
stops.
huge. But it's like
Oh,
one of those like
sick.
multi-segmented truck stops. There's like a bunch of convenience stores. There's like a pharmacy. There's a bunch of different gas stations. There's the charging stations. There's like I don't know, like what else is at a truck stop? Hotels,
Food
apartments,
place, hotels,
restaurants,
rest
all that stuff.
stops, giant truck stuff.
Yeah, and the way station buildings themselves, which are huge and like mega mall sized, they have like shower facilities and spas and restaurants, hotel rooms, like mechanics in there if you need to fix your vehicle up or get spare parts for something. Like they're designed to be the one-stop shop for a trucker on the road. Just you get in, you get everything, you get out,
Yeah.
you keep going. You do coke, and then you keep going because of the truck we're talking about. So you guys pull in.
Not wrong, not wrong.
Car's gonna get gas. Are the rest of you gonna do anything?
I'll just like charge the thing,
Okay. Bonus is gonna go inside and get Frosty. He's gonna get a Frosty.
I think
I'll top off my my car, and then fill up one extra jug.
Like a jerry can full of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll stock up on some snacks. Do the same thing. Get a frosty.
Snack refill.
Yeah, bro.
All right. And then for Oid, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna go into like a convenience store. I'm gonna get another bag of sheets. Keep in mind, I haven't touched the first bag of sheets.
It's
Completely
gonna keep buying
unopened, but I'm gonna
schnutz.
grab a second.
All right. Cool.
Definitely gonna get me some water though. Gotta keep hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also
This
good
is
time
true.
for a bathroom break for all of you as well. At these gas
Yes.
stations.
We'll take like, we won't all just go at once. So there's that.
All right.
So I'll like stay outside with the truck and Oid, because unless Oid wants to simulate a ninja robot body to go to the bathroom.
Maybe. He is anatomically correct, as we all know.
But he's using the ninja one.
Oh yeah,
Unless
the ninja
that
body
one's
is not
also
anatomically
atomically
correct.
correct.
No, the ninja
Yeah.
body does not double as a sex bot, unfortunately.
We need to
As
change that
mostly as he
real
may
quick.
be. You gotta get in the Robo Schlong.
I mean, hey, you never know. I could make it do that.
Good.
You could.
Good.
This is true. This is true. But yeah, I think
Okay.
I will wait until they're back and then switch off.
All right. So in that case, you can give me a perception check to keep an eye out.
I will keep all the eyes out. Where's my thinking? Oh, I heard that. Jesus. Okay. Perception. I got a lovely. Oh, a 10.
Mm. All right. So you're you're sitting by the truck and stuff, waiting for it to charge and everything. And probably at this point, like the gas pumps would also have like built-in electric charging options, to kind of double
Oh,
it up.
what's it?
Yeah. So you're like right next to Cairo's MDRR sports car, charging the 18-wheeler, and let's see, who do I want to bully? I'm gonna roll a 1d4. How about that? All right, I'll say that. All right, cool. I got it. God. Okay. So, Nox, you're standing, by the truck, pacing back and forth, playing at like AR games or whatever in your mask, and you see a guy, a real scraggly looking fella, a real goblin looking dude, and he kind of like creeps up from somewhere, like towards the convenience store, towards the way station, and he takes like a screwdriver out of his pocket, and he starts trying to like separate the tractor trailer from the container, but because this is a dream model, they don't really separate because it's a powered container. There's like a bunch of wires and stuff connecting the truck to the container and vice versa. So he's like trying to like unscrew the thing and like unlock the latch to get the tractor or the trailer off the
Feel like
hitch, and he's
I just stand right behind him as he's confused, looking at this like, these damn expensive trucks. What? They don't make them like they used to. I swear.
back in my day.
And I pick him up by his collar, but from the back. So like those weird cartoonish things where they're holding the guy and his arms are all slumped over. Yeah, but from the back, it'd be like, "Hey, bud,
Like,
can I help you, perchance?"
he's like, his eyes got a twitch going, and he's real wild eyed. Like, I was just giving you a tune up there, lady.
Own up. Well, you see, I know about you, but in fact, this is not my truck, actually. So let me help you take the back off, okay?
Okay.
And then I punch
Punch him.
Okay. Just roll damage. This guy can't dodge. He's not quite on the ball
being
fast
held.
enough.
Sure, bud. Is it like a 1D?
For your fists, yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Took 80.
All right, so imagine we got him hoisted by the back of his neck. You just slam his face into the trailer. You just clang,
You're like,
and and like his nose busts
See?
on the side of the
Yeah,
blood. He's
as
This
unconscious.
And then
is
drop
on
it on the
par.
floor.
This is on par to the Helix hamburger face.
Nothing can beat the hamburger face moment. I have to recreate that, so I'm gonna put that in my
Yes.
encounter list
Yes.
now.
So here he is, bleeding. I drop him on the floor and be like, "You gotta use your head more to open up the trailer."
He's unconscious. He's
Oh.
he's out.
And then I'd look and be like, "Hey, wait, watch the truck real quick, okay?"
Sure thing.
All right, and then like I bring him over to the corner of or the back where all the trash is, and then I put him right next to the dump truck. I go inside, take napkins from the fast food place, walk out, and then like
covering him in napkins.
I clean his nose a bit and then lay the rest on his lap, and then I go back inside. And I order a
God.
5-piece nuggets, and then or
Just lay him
6-piece
there.
I should say, and put it right in his lap with a note that says, "Thanks for tuning up the truck."
So mean. That's so.
Nice.
Hey, look, man, he has a free meal and
I mean,
napkins.
hey, at least he gave the guy something. He
Yeah.
could have just hamburgered this guy's face.
Maybe he
Just
hamburgered
laugh.
to the driver's face of the truck and then stole his truck. That's what that would count.
No, it wasn't the driver. No, it was the driver.
driver.
It was the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, what's it called?
Yes, you stole the truck. You're like, oh, we need
No.
a ride. And then he wouldn't give you the ride.
He didn't steal the truck. Because
He
he's
was
part of the
driving.
military. So there's a word for it.
Requisitioned it?
I guess, but there's like
Commandeer?
a
Commandeer.
commandeered. Yeah, he commandeered the vehicle, and the driver's like, "Hey man, listen, your truck's empty. I need it." Clunk.
Yeah, and then he hamburgered his face. But yeah, so you, I don't know, give that guy some free nuggets and a broken nose for his trouble. And your little rest stop concludes, and you're free to continue your journey.
On the road again, as Willie Nelson once so succinctly said.
Mm. On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Yes.
Technically, that song does fit.
That poor guy.
We got bullied, huh?
He really did.
Really
Badass.
showed him what for. That
Hey,
poor,
look,
that poor defenseless beggar really got showed what for.
He wasn't defenseless. He had a screwdriver, all right? Lethal weapon.
Oh, I'm sorry, that dangerous poor beggar.
Yeah, man, alright? You never know what you could do with a screwdriver. He could have gutted me like a fish
Yeah, man.
after I gutted him like a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you feel gutted?
Oh, yeah.
Lawful gutting.
But, yeah, I think that was the best way to handle that. It was either that or I, like, just yell at him. Be like, what the hell are you doing, man? And really make a scene outside. But I was like, people are
I
eating.
mean, I don't know. You
What
could
are
have,
you
like,
doing
silently
there?
you can.
Staying away from you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't, to be honest.
Yeah.
I debated about it, but I was like, yeah, it's like the first stop. I don't want to make a scene right now, alright? It's like, what, 3?
Not yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, this is an interesting encounter I've rolled. All right. So,
A buffalo appears out of nowhere.
a rocket comes out of nowhere, bombs the truck. Mission over. No, you guys get back on the road again, and you drive 500 more miles. And at this point, you're approaching Georgia as it's getting into like 4 or 5 o'clock. The sun's getting to set. Dinner time is approaching, and you're coming up in Atlanta in another hour or so. And up ahead, because this is like the South, so it is incredibly flat and incredibly open, and you can see probably like a mile ahead is a black, like the equivalent of a black Tahoe with tinted windows, parked on the side of the road.
Ah.
A marked police car?
You don't know, just a
I'm
black.
gonna.
Yeah, it's got a normal license plate on it, but it's a black tinted window SUV.
I'll come over comms and be like, alright, everybody heads up. Got a vehicle up ahead, black tinted SUV. Stay aware. Can I make a perception check to see if I see any more vehicles?
Sure.
That is an 8, sir.
All right, so you don't see any other vehicle, but you do see, as you're looking at the SUV and you're kind of scanning the horizon for any more vehicular silhouettes, you do see that probably like 100 yards or so, like off into like the savannah-esque plains of Georgia and South Carolina. You see there's 3 humanoid figures out in the distance. Like 2 of them are in the back, and then one of them is kind of marching forwards, and they're just walking like directly away from the highway.
Got 3 people walking away from us.
You got an 8, you said?
Yes.
You can see that the 2 dudes in the back are wearing like suits, and the dude in front is wearing like like a white dress shirt, but no like jacket, no tie, and he has his hands bound in front of him.
All right. We might be in
Oh.
luck. We might be in luck. I think they're gonna execute this guy. So let's just keep rolling. If they try to pursue us, we'll engage. But just try to keep cool.
They took him out to fucking kill him.
Yeah, to take him out the pasture, bro.
Old Yeller.
Yep.
Old Yeller.
Get fucked, bro.
Are gonna save this guy? You're not gonna just gonna keep
No.
going?
No. Not our problem.
As much as I would
Great
love to
words,
say
not
we're
our
the
problem.
lovely hero people of K4,
I
just
think the
like
truck's a little more important.
just like Mammy and Pappy say, if you think you saw something, no,
You
you
didn't.
didn't.
You didn't. Oh, crazy. Your family told you that too, huh?
All right.
Crazy. My mammy and pappy told me the same thing, even though I'm definitely not American.
This is K4 Ming, you know.
We
What
don't
happens
like to
happens.
get into other people's business.
What do you mean, bro? You're just a couple of mafiosos, all right? Just like
And that is not our
Bro.
problem.
Oh my God, we get paid by the mafia to kill this guy.
God.
God. Yeah, go back and find those guys.
Take a sharp U-turn, be like, wait a minute.
hey, you know what? If we're on our way back and something similar happens, then maybe we're inclined to step in.
I thought you were really gonna say, and they're still there.
And they're still there.
They're still
A
there.
month later, 2 months later, they're still walking away from the highway.
Hey, they forced this guy to build a settlement out.
The Crimson Crescent started a penal colony out in the middle of nowhere. I believe
And
that,
we
honestly.
all lift, and we're all adrift together.
God.
Oh yeah. Dude.
But yeah, so all right, you guys just keep going. Maybe, just maybe, you hear a distant gunshot after a few minutes. But yeah. And at this point, you guys would arrive in you would be approaching, rather, the super city of Atlanta.
Hey,
And the sun
how you're
is
gonna say
setting.
Atlantis.
It's like 6 o'clock-ish by the time you guys get there. Maybe one more like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And you guys do figure that given that it's later in the day, and that you're entering a super city as opposed to leaving one, it will probably take like hours to get past the border and into the city. However, if you don't want to wait those extra hours and deal with the KPD and all that shenanigans and getting into the city, you could stay at like the way station roadside motel that's outside of the city. Up to you.
I'll come over sub vocals and I'll be like, all right, guys, what do we want to do? You want to go into the city, or do we want to stop at a way station?
Why don't we do some research on the city's laws, like how strict they are and all that shit.
Alright, since I'm in a car, and I'm assuming we're pulled off the side of the road.
I mean, it's up to
I
you
mean,
guys, but
I mean, if anything, we can just like stop
Well,
on the way
'cause-
station.
well, yeah, that's true.
If isn't like the way station and whatnot connected?
well, yeah, the way stations are like literally right off the road, like you know,
Yeah.
like attached to the highway.
So we can pull off in the way station and then check up on Atlanta's security
All right.
and customs.
But yeah, it's upon the way station. It's it's a bigger one because it is like only like 15-minute, 30-minute autobahn drive from Atlanta. And there's a little diner here.
Hmm.
And there's some like little like advertising, little AR fancy sign post.
Best ribs
Okay.
in Georgia.
And yeah, a little diner, and there's like little buildings and apartment blocks and stuff around it. And the actual way station building itself is of course huge and plastered with corporate logos and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do research on Atlanta, I can tell you, being that it's Georgia, they are very much pro-gun, so
Oh,
they don't really care.
oh, cool.
If, you bring in like a tri-barrel rotary gun mounted on a van.
Oh, sick. All right. Well, I don't see any detriment to going inside of Atlanta. What do you guys think?
I think it'd be worth to take a nice scenic stop at Atlanta.
All right, Boyd.
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of a recharge.
Bonus.
Shrug.
All right, Atlanta it is. Let's get in line and start waiting. While we're at this rest stop, though, Cairo's gonna get some of the quote-unquote world's best ribs.
Bro,
Okay.
you better bring a lot of napkins with you, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
while
well,
you're
we're
in-
gonna be sitting in
I
traffic
imagine you
for a
guys
little
sitting
bit.
in traffic eating ribs.
Yeah,
Can
bro.
I see your con? Oh, wait, fuck. Oh, man.
Hold on.
Shit. Yep. Give me a
Oh my
second.
God.
Give me a second.
You got like the
Just-
styrofoam like container, or
Slap
the
the-
to-go container. You gotta like squeak the styrofoam closed. You're like, oh, my fingers are a mess, officer. I'm so sorry.
You're like,
God.
Get my AR projection all dirty.
Yeah.
I say, oh,
Cover your
man,
mask
gotta-
in barbecue sauce.
fuck.
Trying to find the right button to hit the. Where's the? Oh God, I can't.
Fuck, I thought I had to drive to you. I'm so sorry, officer. Oh, these are some really good fucking ribs.
They were right. They were right. These ribs are the best.
God. But yeah, okay, so you can pop in and get the ribs. So you pop in, and like the nice young woman. This is basically like a modern day like diner that of course is considered retro in K4. So there's like
Yeah.
a normal like manual cash
So
register
everything
and
that
stuff.
we're used to
It
in
is
like
modern day.
2022.
Yeah. So everything is like manual. There's no like holograms on the countertops. The TVs aren't like projecting empathy pheromones into the speakers to make you
Oh,
feel.
so these are like regular like widescreen HD
Yeah.
TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Considered like I mean that would be the equivalent of going into like a 1920s themed diner in. 2020.
Oh. Oh, so Cairo's like, oh yeah,
Throwback.
this is my kind of place.
Yeah. And the waitress is like, "Oh, what can I do for you, sir?"
Well, I saw the sign out there, and I thought I'd try some of the ribs.
Like, alrighty then, and she, turns around and like she does like the little like notepad thing. She sticks it to like the rotating metal
Oh hell yeah!
thingamabob, and like spins it around, and the chef plucks it off, and he yells like ribs. And immediately there's the sound of sizzling meat from the back room.
Ooh, that's always a good sign.
And you're kind of like waiting there and stuff. There's the bowl of mints on the counter, real mints,
Oh yeah.
real throwback things, the mints, the hard candies, and you're sitting there waiting for your ribs for 5-10 minutes, and you see outside there's this like dude, right? This I don't want to. I mean, I guess he's probably pretty average looking, given you guys are in the middle of Bunkinville nowhere. But this guy, and he has like his hillbilly girlfriend, and they're both standing near
Hillbilly or Hoodbilly?
hillbilly. Hoodbilly is something that doesn't exist. Cursed thought.
Well, no, technically it does. Technically it does.
Ghetto hillbilly. Hoodbilly.
Hoodbilly does. Hoodbilly does exist. You'd be surprised.
God.
Very
Yeah.
cursed thought.
But yeah, so this dude and his girlfriend are standing next to what can you assume to be their car, and it's like a beaten up version of like an old like Mustang. So like a 2022 model Mustang. We're like probably like a 2015 model Mustang, to be honest. And you can hear their argument from like through the diner walls. Like this dude is absolutely berating in this woman, and she's crying, and she's like trying to like apologize
Perhaps also
through her
shitting at the same
sobs.
time.
Yeah, and
She placed a hand on his shitty car.
and he's berating her because she didn't get mints.
Mints?
Mints. She didn't get the bowl mints when she left the diner, and he is
Honestly, if my
berating
girl
her.
didn't get it either, are you really a homie?
I mean, to be honest, I can understand. If my girlfriend didn't get the mints on the way out, we might have a bit of an incident. You know what I'm saying?
Just to make this shit stop, Kyle like grab a handful of mints and walk outside and bring him some. Be like, hey man, I can hear you from in there. Just take the mints.
Yeah,
I got you, bro.
You're like, give him mints, and he looks at you with the most like offended, disgusted expression you've ever seen in your life. Like this guy is having a conniption right now, and you've just like pulled the fuse of the grenade.
As he looks at me, I'll take my left hand because I'm holding the mints with my right, and I'll like uncover my like big boy revolver. I'll be like, look, man, just take the mints and go. I want to enjoy my ribs.
Okay, so he's like, "God, you take the mints, buddy," and he's like, "What? I don't. What? You come over to me trying to give me mints? What's
You
wrong
were
with
just
you?"
bitching and moaning about mints half a second ago. I hand deliver you mints. I'm waiting on ribs. Now you're fucking with my rib time. Take the mints and go. I don't want to hear you anymore.
And then I also come behind him with a handful of mints,
Here, bro, here's your mints.
the tallest of the bunch, and be like, I place them in his hand. No, I place them in his woman's hand, and then guide the woman to put it in his hand and go, she got you your mints.
She's like, "God, what are you doing? I don't ask for your help. What's your problem, lady?"
I didn't come here to give you help. I came
I
here to
came
give you
here.
mints.
To give you mints.
Do we got a problem, boy?
God, you're pulling the boy.
Boy.
I think at this point I have to take part. So I'm going to take one of the mints out of Kyra's hand, and I'm going to disguised as like an old woman. I'm just gonna pop it in my mouth and start like slurping and sucking on it. Be like, you youngsters really just don't appreciate life nowadays. You should appreciate what's given to you, young man.
You're upsetting Auntie Tita. Right? Auntie Tita was known back at home to have the most mints given to her. Now, Are you gonna upset Auntie Tita, or are you just gonna take the mints that your girlfriend just got you?
Just
This
pure
guy,
psyop at this point.
yeah, this dude, like this guy might be a meth addict, but he definitely feels like he's taking acid right now. Like he's this is just a surreal experience. If this happened to me in real life, I wouldn't go to the diner ever again. I'd be so mortified. I'm like, what? I just got gang stalked by a bunch of random people trying to force give me mints because I got angry at my girlfriend. Oh Jesus!
Oh god.
All right, so you know Uncle T-Taw over here, weird name, Uncle T-Taw
Auntie Tita.
is complaining
Who's
about the
also
current
grandma.
generation, and you're trying to give this dude mints. Go trying to give him mints, and he's like, is flummoxed. He's flabbergasted by what's going on. He's frozen in shock. And then Bonus walks up to him, and he has like his hand closed, and he extends his hand out to this guy, and he's like, "Look, buddy, I got you mints." And the guy's like, "Oh, that's it," and he just like he makes one movement, and Bonus just jabs him in the face with his closed fist, and and we roll damage for Bonus.
I'm gonna sprinkle the mints on his car.
Bro, you're gonna
Oh,
disrespect his
man.
car with the
Come
diner
on.
mints?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brother.
So Bonus jabs this guy in the nose and breaks his nose. Which is 50 damage to this guy. And,
God.
and he backs up and he like, he like stumbles backwards against his car. And then Bonus opens his hand, but he didn't actually have any mints, and he was going to punch this guy anyway. He's a G like that. And the guy's like, "Oh no!" And he's like, he like fumbles for like his car door, and he like yanks the car door, but it's locked, so he can't. He doesn't actually open the door. He's gonna like,
I'll place my my coat bag in its original position, and I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, you should really upgrade this shit box."
They're like, "Oh no!" And he throws the car door open, and he like reaches into the car. And you see he like opening the glove box and like fumbling with something in the passenger
I'm going to
side.
quick draw and put the revolver at the back of his head.
Because you just and
Before
he
you
like
continue this, I walk to his girl, right? I go, see, this all could have been avoided if you given him mints.
and so this whole time, like as soon as you pull the gun, she of course does the woman thing and just screams for no reason, like a pansy. And
Just get in the car and drive away, man.
and he's like, you see that he's like, drooling blood onto like his like gear shift because he's leaning over the car, like through the car, and he's like, "Don't you know who I am? Don't you know what you do my family is? I'll kill you, man."
No. But if you don't get in your car and drive away, you're gonna be the one that's gonna die here.
Like, whatever, man, whatever. And he like turns around and he like stops trying to get whatever it is out of the passenger side of the car, and he like leans back out and he points to his girlfriend. And he's like, "Hey, get in the car, woman. I don't need my mints."
I'll twirl the revolver and put it back in the holster.
And he like looks at Bonus and he like death stares Bonus, and then Bonus just because his mask on, so you can't see his expression. He just kind of blank faces this dude, and it makes this guy angrier because Bonus isn't angry back. So he's like, whatever, man. You all are idiots, and he, y'all suck. You're mean. Mints.
You're mean.
You're mean.
Mints.
Mints. And he looks at the old woman and he's like, "And you, old hag, I don't even know who you are or what you're doing here. These folks are too rough and tumble for the innocent old likes of you, all right? Find some
Bro, you
better
gotta
friends."
pull out-
Excuse me, you do
Pulls
not know
out
what
his
trouble
piece.
I got up to in my day. And then I pull my suppressed out my throat.
Pull out the H.
He's like, and the guy stops in his tracks. He's like mid lunge into his car and he stops. And he's like, "My God, we really must be in Georgia if even the ladies are packing heat. My Lord." I'm like, I guess it's good to see that you're still protecting yourself for old timers, but I don't know. You should find better grandchildren or whoever these people are.
We're her security detail, and you were a security issue.
And he gets in his old beat up, Mustang equivalent, and his girlfriend like is of course crying, and she's this whole time she's been like screaming at you guys to like leave her boyfriend alone and like stop bothering them, but I haven't talked about it because you don't care. So it's just kind of going in one ear out the other, just like totally ignoring it.
I would have just been like, ma'am, what? Why are you speaking to me right now?
Where's my sandwich, woman? What are you talking to me?
You disrespected your boy by not handing him mints. I know about you, but Auntie Tita has some stories about
No, it's
not
Auntie
handing
Tita.
me-
Oh my god.
It's always been Auntie Tita.
Oh, has it been? I misheard then.
Uncle
Yeah.
Auntie Tita.
Uncle Auntie Tita.
Tita.
This is my godmother,
Yeah.
and also my uncle and my cousin and my grandparents.
Yes, Uncle Auntie Tita has some stories about not handing mints to the boys. Trust me. He was yelling at you. Whew, back in the day, they would have started gang wars over that.
I've seen
Oh my
whole
God.
tribal families massacred over mints.
One moment, I'll be right back.
You ever heard of a feud? Because that's where it all started.
Ever heard of the fiscal suicide of 2020? The event that caused all of K4 to happen? Mints caused that.
All over mints. Not the city.
Mints. And yeah, so she you know is also frustrated, but she gets in the car, and then her boyfriend gets in the car, and like they start yelling at each other like while they drive away, and you can hear them like the muffle like what look what you did, you caused the scene, well, I caused the scene, you caused the scene, where's my mints, woman? And you know, as like the mints on like the hood of the car like rolling off the hood onto the parking lot asphalt as they reverse and leave.
I turn to the others and I go, God, the audacity of some people and not knowing the mint protocol of these times. Let me tell you.
Opponents are just nodding in agreement.
And I also turn to the rest of them. I go, I really do hope that he was just saying, "Do you know who my family is?" And his family isn't in this city. It's just some nomads we can kill later down the line. But whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, and then the waitress calls for Cairo to get his ribs. And you get your
He's
ribs.
currently not here.
Yeah, well, Bonus gets his ribs for him. How about that?
I was gonna say I do that, yeah.
And you guys.
Now this must be so bizarre for the people who work at that restaurant. You know, 4 guys
Yeah.
walk out, and then 3 guys in Auntie Tita walks back in.
Uncle
Yeah,
Auntie
yeah.
Tita.
The waiters behind the counter is like, "Oh, hello, miss. Are you with these folks?"
And I'll be like, oh, of course, these are just my little boys and girls. And I'll like grab onto Haru's arm or something.
I'm back.
Uncle
Alright.
Auntie Tita is holding onto your arm, telling the war stories of, not
To
telling war
who?
stories at all. Actually, just saying that we're, her
The
grandchildren.
waiter asked who I was, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you see that weird-looking, scary ninja robot man, tell him I bid him good day."
Touch to the body, just slumped over in the driver's
Gets
seat.
the body lying in the truck's driver's seat, the van's like passenger seat, just slumped over, dead quiet. That's a real Monty Python kind. I've never heard one. It's so good. It's gonna be my running. I can tell it's gonna be a running gimmick. Whenever somebody references the other body, just hard cuts to the body slumped over, not moving. God. But yeah, so it's just like, all right, well, your ribs are here, Mr. Pharaoh man.
I never told her my name.
No,
You had
but
to-
your
I
mask.
assume you
Oh.
have a con that lists your
Oh,
name
that
as
is true.
Pharaoh.
Fair
And
enough.
the waitress
All
happens
right.
to be a cyber ninja herself, so she has 4 cyber eyes. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
She probably would have like
Type of
an
waitress I
AR
like.
visor, but this
You've
this
gotta
part of the
provide-
country, It's part of the country's big spherical church and purist territory, so bionics are relatively rare.
Ah.
I was gonna say you have to provide a identification to buy these ribs.
Yeah, you must be 18 or older, or 21 and
To
older.
get these
to buy
ribs.
these ribs. They will kill a
They're the
child.
world's greatest for a reason.
Oh, so is this like Huang's Little China where these are like actual ribs?
Well, you're in Georgia, and you're in rural Georgia, so yes, because they would have like actual farms around here.
Oh,
Real.
that's true. That's
Authentic,
true.
authentic barbecue ribs.
Sounds like that's an order of 3, if you know what I mean. Even 4 actually for Auntie Tita.
Who's not gonna eat them? I feel like Oi just has a pile of snacks that he has.
Yes, I see him eating. Oh yeah, I see. That's what he said before, right? He bought 2 bags of schnutz, hasn't eaten either of them. He just has one. Got a full pantry in the trunk of the van lives in the van. Right next to Ankh.
I'm gonna check on Ankh, by the way, like while we're in this rest stop.
So you get your ribs. Ankh is doing fine.
Right. I could probably plug him in at one of the charge stations.
Yeah, you could just plug him into like the outlet.
Just stand next to the pump.
Yeah.
People walking past, staring at him. Oh, don't worry, I'm just charging my dog. Sipping on a soda, like trying to be
Yeah.
inconspicuous.
Yeah. Down here, that will be pretty rare. Big, obvious tech like that, kind of, a little bit too expensive for the people living down here. So you do get some weird looks. But yeah, so you get your authentic ribs, and the waitress bids you all farewell. And you get back in your vehicles, and you sit in traffic, and you eat your ribs. And the ribs, I mean, seeing as this is the first place real place actual restaurant you've eaten at down south, outside of Ryanstown. It's not like Chicago or LA. You're a chain restaurant. These are pretty gosh darn good ribs. Are they the best ribs in the South? You don't know. You haven't been to enough rib places in the South to know. But
Now we have to stop outside of every megacity at a place that says
go to their rib
best
place.
ribs in the world.
God, now
And
they're
we
also
have
going to
to
reveal
try
that
all of
all
their
the
ribs.
different places, like a Cold War going on. Like a
Of
secret
ribs?
gang war, like the rib wars, like an actual thing. Well, they all claim to be
Rib
number
wars.
one, and they will actually shoot you. Like if somebody asks you what's the best rib place, and you give the wrong answer, they'll shoot you. That's how it works.
I'm gonna wait until we reach Vegas and we try all of the rib places in the South
Yeah,
to go on Yelp and
and
rate
say this is the best.
appropriately.
Dapper just see his charges. He's like, why are there
Why is there
ribs?
8 rib place charges on here? Why are they all over $100 each? What are you guys buying? Gold-plated
Hey
ribs?
man, hey man, this one place down south,
You
they
wouldn't believe
do have the best ribs in the world.
And then Dapper turns to us and goes, you could have just asked.
You could have just asked me. But I don't believe it.
we get back to we get to Las Vegas. Dapper's just there, and we go, "Hey Dapper, we saved you some ribs."
Like, what place is it from? When you give the wrong answer, you're like, that's garbage. I only eat ribs from this other place down south.
What I'm just thinking about is we saved 1 rib from every rib place.
Exactly.
God.
I mean,
The
that's what I'm
ultimate
doing
rib
with my
cornucopia.
planters, you know?
Yeah, with the schnutz. God.
There's some southern style schnutz that you can't get anywhere else. Oid's just saving them to sell on the black market back in Ryanstown.
And that's World Tour, baby.
That's World Tour. But yeah, so you guys sit in traffic for a while, and there's that like thing where like people will like walk down the lanes of the traffic with like shopping carts trying to like sell you stuff.
Cairo just rolls up his windows slowly.
And one like, oh, I see you got ribs in there, sir. You want to buy some of my napkins for 80,000 scholars?
They
I got
know.
enough,
They run the
thanks.
napkin
Hey,
racket
no.
down south, bro. I'm telling you, the napkin
You're
cartels
missing
are real.
the real market. You're
Yeah.
missing the market.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
You
we
think
should put.
ribs are
That's
booming.
really what we should be putting stocks in the napkin market.
Napkin cartels.
The paper companies.
Yeah. But yes, now I need each of you to give me a charisma check to get through security.
Done deal.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure. Hold on. Let me just.
Let me get to my sheet really quick. That's a 6.
Oh, also, I should probably mention. I have a feeling that now that we're entering the super city, I'm assuming, unless you actually want him to say, I'm assuming Oid would actually be in his con body.
Well, yeah, seeing as he was on T-Taw before, I assume he's
Yeah, I'd assume he's
kept.
quit.
But has he kept the Aunt T-Taw face up?
No, I think that would be a little bit too far.
Oh
That's
god,
a bridge
Aunt
too far.
T-Taw driving a van, an heavily armored van with murder holes for windows, and a
And a
massive
robot
turret on the
dog in
roof,
back.
and the
And a
murder
robot
dog
dog
in the back, and the machine guns on the floor. Oh, hi there, Sonny.
Oh,
Let-
hi
let
there,
me into your
Mr.
super city.
Officer.
I'm just rolling with my protection detail.
You know what they say, them youngsters keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Rolling.
On.
Yeah, so I assume that Wade will be in one of the identities he has as an actual legit confor, like some Ting Wong or
I think
gay
I'll be the
priest.
bean on this one.
you're gonna be Don Levine to be Jambo Jr.
Yeah.
Bonjour, senor.
Alright, so you become the bean. And so everybody give me that charisma check. Bonus roll, I guess disadvantage because he has the conspicuous trait.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So you rolled a 10 and a 2,
Bonus.
so
Oh, boy.
it sucks to be bonus.
I believe I said a 9 or something like that.
9, oh yeah, so you get through it, no problem.
So is he going through a security check? I got a
Yeah.
6 on my roll.
Bonus, yeah, think like bonus pulls up to the window and like, all right, sir, what's your business here? And bonus is like, recreation. And then the guy's like, all right, how long's gonna be your stay? Like, only a couple days. Like, all right, anything of import to declare? And then bonus like sends him like the AR dossier of all the weapons he's bringing into the city, and the cop just looks at him like, Jesus,
Like,
you
hey,
good?
recreation. I heard that this place has a nice shooting range.
Yeah. Las Vegas is a
I
good
told you
shooting.
recreation.
You're recreation.
For recreational use.
Actually, yeah, if this is a gun place, then definitely you could say recreation. Show up with a bunch of guns and go, oh, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
You said they were big on guns.
Yeah, but the guy's like, it's like, bro, you have 2 50 caliber hand cannons, and bonus is like, yes, these are my emotional support hand cannons. And the cops
Now
like,
that's what we
"Alright."
like to hear. Go
That's
on,
what we
sir,
hear,
you
like,
have a
to
nice
hear,
day.
And then Bonus like, I have a nice day, son. And then Bonus like, goes to leave and like, hold on a minute. And Bonus stops. And he's like, you
forgot your brochure.
He's like, hold on a minute. And he's like, how come something what nitpicky thing? Like, hold on a minute. And he's like, your tail lights out. And then as Bonus is like pinning one of his guns to the window, like to the window of the door of his car, so he can like shoot the cop. He had to shoot the cop. He's like, your tail lights out. Have a good day, sir. Yeah, like the like state trooper like big
He
wide
waves
brim
him
cap.
through.
Yeah, waves him through him. And it's like,
Have a good day, sir.
yeah. And he gets like
Oh
wanded.
god.
But what did Oi get for his charisma check? I'm curious.
Daddy.
Oh.
Bro, he can be Auntie Tita.
Well, I think the cop sees Jumbo Jr. and it's just like, nope, and lets him through. Like, I'm not dealing with that. You just go on through, sir. You have a good old day.
Not gonna deal with that.
Cairo pulls up to the booth. He's canonically listening to Push It to the Limit from Scarface.
Push it real good. Dun,
No.
dun, dun, dun.
No.
Salt and pepper? Come on. Objectively better song.
No, he's listening to the song Scarface, aka Push It to the Limit. Uh, and he and he swipes over his con, and it shows that he has registered revolvers on him.
And the guy's like, good on you.
Well, uh, he'll take out the big one and hold it with his finger off the trigger, and show the cop, and then slide it back into the revolver, which is wrapped around his gear shifter, and then pull out the other one, which is also wrapped around his gear shifter, and show him that one.
And the cop pulls out his bigger hand cannon. It's like the Dream model, the gold Dream like 50 AE, massive hand cannon revolver. It's like literally almost an SMG. It's so big. And he's like, yeah,
And a
this is
fine
what you
taste,
need.
I see.
This is what you really need to discourage them muggers. You know what I'm saying?
I'll pull out one of the rounds that's in my big boy hand cannon and toss it to him. I'll be like, try that one out next time you need it. And I'll give him the finger guns.
And then he tips his cap to you and like smacks the button and the gate opens and lets you through.
See, common ground, people, common ground.
Yeah, and then as soon as you get through, you hear the cop go freeze when he shoots somebody.
I'll look in my rear view and like adjust it. Be like,
Yeah, you see
Is that any
he's
of you?
straight up like quick drawed on like a guy, like a really obvious like tweaker, and he just quick draws on the guy and blows his head to mist.
I'll just be going then.
Yeah, and he's like, stop resisting, kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
Bro, didn't even give him a chance. Like, freeze, get
Yeah.
on the ground, just freeze, bang!
As I'm pulling away, he's loading the rip round into the revolver. Turns to look at the guy and he's like, freeze!
Yeah. That's when
Well,
like a
at
bunch
least
of
we know
other,
that-
other like cartel guys hop out of other cars and like a huge gunfight breaks out.
Alright, let's move the convoy along. Don't want to get stuck in the middle of this.
Yeah, it's just a normal. Like the gunfights happen so often, they always miss the cars waiting to get in.
And ironically, that the gunfights at borders are incredibly common. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like all the other cars, they don't get hit. Another patrolman comes out, it's like, all right, what are you here for?
Yeah. There's a reason that every toll station and like the borders have KPD precincts attached to them, and like prisons attached to them and stuff.
I can
Jeez.
imagine.
Yeah, people get arrested and killed, and like SWAT team has to be deployed on a regular
Deported.
basis. Yeah,
Ha ha ha. Deported.
deported. And yes, you guys make it into the border, into the super city of Atlanta. That's what will end the session as you guys, pass through the wall. You see, Atlanta is kind of like, I mean, from what I've heard, because I have relatives who used to live there, it's kind of like Philadelphia, but like southern. So it's like New York, but southern. So it's like a mini Ryanstown.
Granny's walking down the sidewalk with her piece out.
Yeah, everybody is like, Ryanstown, you assume people are packing, but most people like conceal carry. Here, everybody is like the Wild West. Everybody's just open carry. And this is going to be a theme, by the way. Everybody in the
sick.
South open carries, like constantly.
Hell yeah.
Like you see guys walking on the street with like swords and stuff like that. It's like brandishing swords, and nobody cares.
In my downtime before next session, I'm gonna do some looking into what Georgia's known for.
Alrighty, yeah, I can work on that, and I can also, if you guys want to look for some work while you're staying here, I can provide some of that as well.
All right. Well,
Yes.
all of that and more next time on Quest for the Core. Thank you all for joining us. If you enjoyed the episode, let us know. If not, we don't want to hear your opinion anyway, so keep it to yourself. And we'll see you next time on Quest for the Core.